GT Countdown. The top 10 anticipated games of TGS 2008.
Selecting our most anticipated games of Tokyo Game Show is always a challenge. A lot of US publishers don't show up at all, and even some that do will hold back some of their big guns. Case in point, Gears of War 2 will not be at the show. You gotta take the bad with the good, and there's plenty of that at TGS 08. You can always count on something big from the Japanese studios. You can't wait to find out what it is.
Number 10. White Knight Chronicles.
Japan's getting a White Knight Christmas, with Level 5's current magna opus launching on December 25th. We got to scrape the surface of the battle system last year, and we loved what we saw, transforming into the titular White Knight to pound some enemies. With the promise of over 50 hours of gameplay, there's still so much unknown about the mechanics and plot that they can't help but drop some details at the show this year.
Number 9. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
Though Square Enix announced Birth by Sleep at last year's Tokyo Game Show, the game's exposure has been restricted to private screenings and a handful of screenshots. At this year's Tokyo Game Show, Square Enix will finally showcase a playable version of the action RPG. Set 10 years before the original Kingdom Hearts, Birth by Sleep looks to expand upon its predecessors by incorporating multiplayer and a new first-person mechanic.
Number 8. Resistance 2.
Despite what little we know about Resistance 2's campaign, Insomniac's intergalactic bug invasion is just about finished. They say more gore, visceral weapons, and alternative fire. Our trigger fingers have developed an unhealthy itch that only killing Chimera can scratch. Insomniac's persistent pursuit of inventive and otherworldly weapons will have us searching for Nathan Hale.
Number 7. Infamous.
It's time to plug in and juice up. Sucker Punch has been quiet since its last sly attempt at the platforming genre. It's built a sandbox called Empire City, and Cole is the man with the electric touch. He can either doom the city or save it, but we expect Infamous to only bring good things to TGS 08. If you ever wanted to rock Liberty City with superpowers, this is your chance.
Number 6. Mad World.
When you're trapped in a kill-or-be-killed game show with a chainsaw for an arm, it's okay to get mad. Whether you're performing heart surgery, tossing some poor guy into a jet turbine, or facing down the nefarious Herr Frederick von Twirlen killer, the game clearly has a sick sense of humor. The grayscale Smash TV gratuitously heaps it on, and we're aching to see if there's some meat to this game.
Number 5. Dissidia Final Fantasy.
Dramatic, progressive action. That's the official genre for this mashup of heroes and villains from Final Fantasies 1 through 10. Square Enix may shy away from calling it a fighting game, but there's no denying that combat is this title's main priority. Gameplay is our chief concern, and we can't wait to step into the fantastical ring and throw down. We expect some serious character reveals as well.
Number 4. Bayonetta.
Hideki Kamiya may have left the devil crying after Dante's inaugural outing, but he hasn't been sitting on his stylish action laurels. Scant screens and teasing trailers have been the extent of its public unveiling, but the press has seen it in action, and the buxom Bayonetta is packing. Anime-inspired insanity like leg guns and multi-dimensional fists made out of hair have our interest piqued, and Sega's tight reins will finally be loosened at TGS.
Number 3. Resident Evil 5.
Evil's gone to Africa, and now we know Albert Wesker will be along for the safari. Ever since he and Chris Redfield parted ways in that mansion entryway, the franchise has never been the same. New mysterious characters, original weapons, and bosses without a weak point in sight surface at every major event. The developers have mentioned that they've been tweaking the controls, and we are eager to face the rambling hordes and live to tell about it.
Number 2. Final Fantasy 13.
Even without a playable demo, Final Fantasy 13 is high on our must-see list. What will TGS reveal? Chocobos? Oogles? Gameplay that lasts more than 10 seconds? Whatever it is, we can't wait to see what else Square Enix has in store for the first Final Fantasy to hit this generation of consoles. We will put Versus 13 and Ejido 13 right up there too.
Number 1. The unannounced Team Eco game.
Different. In a good way. The moving and artistic titles produced by Team Eco have stood as high notes for past PlayStation consoles. And it's hard not to anticipate a repeat performance for the PlayStation 3. What logically follows a boy with horns and a mute princess, or a young wanderer slaying titanic beasts? Can they eclipse the majestic wonder of Shadow of the Colossus? With no real idea of what to expect, the potential here feels unlimited, giving us hope that something even bigger could happen at TGS.